This is probably my very first YouTube video, and I've been meaning to make one for like a year now. I just didn't have the courage, I guess. But this is probably the best time for me to start because I really want to talk about something, which is the mental state of somebody working out, especially when you're tall. I'm 6'2" at about 160 pounds currently, and I've been working out pretty much consistently for about 4 years now, I guess, for about 3 to 4 days a week. Of course, sometimes, something happens and if you don't go for like maybe a month. Okay, that never happened to me, but a week or two, and I probably could have made more progress if I was a little bit more consistent. But the point is that even 4 years later, after gaining about 30 pounds or so, I still feel like I'm small. And one of the reasons is probably because I'm tall. So it's going to take a lot more muscle for my definitions to show up and for me not to look like, I'm skin and bones and I actually have a little bit of meat in my bones. I've always loved working out. Like, I really enjoy doing it. But I gotta admit, sometimes it takes a toll on my mental because I keep comparing myself to others, even if I know I shouldn't. Like, I know for a fact that I should probably not compare myself to somebody who's been working out for like 10 years or somebody who's like shorter than me, because naturally they'll look bigger with a shorter frame, so they don't need to, gain as much weight or as much muscle for them to look like they're actually big. But like in my case, even though my muscle is really toned, like you can see my definition, I still feel slim and small because, at my height, for me to actually look big, I should probably be around like 200 pounds, like 180, 200 pounds, I'd say. But like for me to get there, I'd probably need to wait like 3 years of consistent workout, assuming I don't take any drugs or anything like that, which thankfully I don't have the funds to doing those shits either anyways. But yeah, I don't know really how to handle that, even though I have the answer, but like following the answer is harder than it seems. Like, you just have to compare yourself to your old self, which it works sometimes, when you look at your before videos and you feel like, damn, I made it, I made it to where I wanted to be when I started. But of course, you're always going to move the goalpost the more progress you make. So even though I've been wanting to be like 160 for like 3 years now that I am 160, I feel like it's not enough. Like, it's nowhere near enough. And I feel like 180 to 200 is where I actually want to be. But truthfully, I probably am going to wish to be even bigger when I do get to 200. So it's like a cycle that never stops. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about. I don't really have a solution yet. This is just me kind of putting my mind online, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed watching this.